Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. It's another episode of A Work in Progress. I'm your host, Brent Piles. And with me, as always, he's got the Christmas tree behind him. I can see the Christmas tree star burning. It's Merry Xmas. How you doing, Merry Xmas, this evening? How are you?
I am fantastic. And like the name says, I just want to wish everyone an early Merry Xmas.
I wanted to tell you that my son was telling me that he was going with his girlfriend later today to check out the new Taco Bell chicken nuggets. But then he was unfortunate to find out that he's not exclusive like the mayor because they're not here yet. They're not going to be here till tomorrow, so he didn't get to try them yet.
But yeah, I would suggest not doing it, but let him learn.
Yeah, he's got to learn on his own.
You're going to learn today, son.
Learn today. That's I tell him to stop eating Taco Bell all the time. He's not going to listen to me. And with us, of course, as always, he's stayed up late or woke up early, depending on how you look at it. It's Glenn Abbott. Glenn, how are you?
Yeah, sadly, it was wake up early. I fell asleep in front of the telly, which is not something I normally do. And I can't get this right.
You know what, Glenn? I'll fall asleep in front of the TV at 5:30 in the afternoon. So if you're not doing it at 2:30 in the morning, then I'm impressed because
well, we're here anyway.
We made it. That is all that matters. We're here. We're going to talk about some wrestling. This is the only show you're going to get from us this week. We decided to take a brief hiatus on the other shows that we do, considering that it is Christmas week. And I didn't even know if we were going to do a show at all, but I texted the mayor today and he said, well, I was going to text you and see if you wanted to do a show tonight because I ain't got nothing to do tonight. And I thought to myself, I got nothing to do tonight either. So we might as well. And so here we are now. And then the mayor also suggested to me that maybe we do like a year in review show where we pick our favorite matches, favorite male wrestler, favorite female wrestler. And then we even talked about favorite tag team, which we both talked about would be difficult for us. Glenn, would it be hard for you to pick a favorite tag team from this year?
No.
It's pretty deadly.
It's hard to look past Pretty Deadly the musical, but there is one other tag team that's reinvented themselves and come back even stronger and bigger than ever and back to how we remembered them in the good old. And I'm not talking about LOD. No.
It's not LOD 2000?
Not even them. The War Raiders, or War Machine as they used to be called, and then got stuffed with some stupid Viking gimmick. And now they're the tag team champions and back to being good old War Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good choice. I hadn't thought of them because they kind of, I don't know if they just came back. So it's not really fair for me to pick this because I don't really watch SmackDown or Raw because I can't. Which is a good thing I did see is that when Raw does move to Netflix, it will be available on demand immediately afterwards. So you won't have to do any of this wait 6 weeks business for it to come up on there. So that's nice. And I was telling the mayor, for that reason, it would be hard for me to pick a tag team because they don't do a lot of tag team championship matches on pay-per-views. And if they do tag team matches, it's something like, Roman and Cody versus Solo and Jacob too. And that's not you. I can't pick Roman and Cody as my tag team of the year because that doesn't make any sense. They had one match together.
No.
So, I told the mayor if I had to pick someone, if you put a gun to my head and said pick a tag team, I guess I'd pick Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa just because they won the tag team championships twice this year. So, I mean, that's my only logical choice. Mayor, who would you select for your tag team of the year?
Actually, the tag team of the year was from NXT. It was Fraxi.
Good choice.
I really enjoyed those two together.
Oh!
Yeah, Frazier's a star to me. I really like that Nathan Frazier guy and the other guy under the mask who might have wrestled under another name at one point in time.
Never.
Both of those guys together are incredible as a tag team, and I love the dissension, but then not the dissension back and forth. And they just retained the titles that I think it was Deadline. I'm terrible at the name of pay-per-views.
That could be, that sounds right.
Yeah.
But no, they've been great together. I had the same problem thinking of a legitimate tag team that has been together, winning for a while. Nothing in AEW jumped off the page at me. Nothing in the main roster jumped off the page at me.
Yeah.
and Fraxium is the only one that really stood out over all the promotion.
I'm going to be honest with you. You said Fraxium. I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about, but then it just struck me like a bolt of lightning in what you were talking about. And that's a good choice because they've been tag team champions in NXT for most of the year. I know they did lose the tag teams championship belts for a bit, but they did win them back. So they have been tag team champions for a while, and they're kind of like a tag team that you wouldn't have expected to last this long as tag team champions, because they kind of just threw them together, but it's worked out. So that's a good choice.
Yeah, I think half the thing with both of those is they're so talented, but they couldn't really do anything with them on the main as singles because they're both light heavyweights. But as a tag team, they work really well.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I didn't think about them. Yeah. So I guess we could say I'm going to let the mayor go first on this one because I'm interested to see how he picks between his two favorites. Who would be your female superstar of the year, Mayor of Canton?
I'm actually going to surprise you because I have a two-way tie.
Well,
it's no, listen, and it's neither of the people you would pick that you would think I would pick.
Okay.
So I have a two-way tie. The first being Liv Morgan. I thought she has had a phenomenal year with the belt with Dominic. The storylines have been great. I think she's elevated Dominic. Dominic has elevated her. The two of them together have been must-see television. And all of her matches have been – she's stepped up her game so much in the ring over the last year that I just want to give her credit for everything that she's done, on the mic and in the ring. And the other one is going to be off the wall because I don't watch AEW religiously, but I do watch AEW enough to watch two people on AEW, and one of them is Mariah May.
No, she's been great. Yes,
and her promos, her in-ring work, like I had no idea how good she was.
And goddamn it, look at her, pal.
Exactly. that is a megastar right there. Like she is. If you start a company tomorrow, she is one of my top 5 picks. She is so into her character and knows who she is that other people don't get that. Like they bounce around from their character. They maybe don't fit in their role. She is 100% into it. She is on. She was like prime MJF when MJF was like exactly his character and living it. And she is incredible in her role. She's great in the ring. She's great on the microphone. And as much as I want to throw in Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green, those two have stood out. Those two stood out to me. Like every single time I see them, I want to watch them. And I feel like the majority of viewers also have that same feeling. So that's why I'm picking those two.
Okay, Glenn, I'm going to let, I didn't really expect you to pick Chelsea Green because like Chelsea Green's been obviously very entertaining and all this stuff, but she hadn't won a whole lot of matches up until now when she won the U.S. Championship. But I did half expect you to pick Tiffany Stratton. So
yeah.
What about you, Glenn? Who would you choose? You could pick a few names. We could talk about a couple of names if you'd like.
Yeah, I will because the first one is somebody who actually got released by ROH back in when they were releasing everybody. And she's gone on over the last couple of years, especially this year. She's trawling the indies, gathering belts like there's no tomorrow. And that's Sasha Martina.
Oh!
She's had a hell of a year. Within our purview of the WWE and AEW, obviously Mariah May as Mayor expounded brilliantly there that the year she's had, she has been unbelievable. And the impression that she did to kick that off of
Tony
Storm was absolutely amazing. But I'm actually gonna go with Liv Morgan for the same reasons as the Mayor. She's been everything she has done this year, even when Mammy was out,
Yeah.
Liv carried this gimmick and carried this feud forward to the stage where we ended up at War Games, which, as we said, wasn't the greatest of matches, but what they do is absolutely amazing. So, yes, WWE, Liv Morgan, India Session Moth, and AEW Mariah May.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of went like Liv Morgan was the first name that struck me too, because she, like the mayor said, I think really stepped her game up in all aspects of her, like with when it comes to character, in ring work, all the stuff. Because I mean, if you would have told me that Liv Morgan was going to be like one of the best heels on Raw, like a year ago or something, I probably would have told you were crazy, because I wouldn't have been able to see it, because I just couldn't see her as a babyface. And we used to, I mean, as a heel, and I used to always like, she wasn't the best when she first came around, especially in NXT. And I used to joke that she was just Carmella 1.5, because she wasn't quite Carmella 2.0. And she's definitely not that. And I'm going to take all that back, and I'm going to eat crow on that one, because she's been really, really good this entire year. Another person who's been great, and I know a lot of people don't like her for, her, however they perceive her to be in real life, but Nia Jax. Nia Jax has been really good this year. I mean, Queen of the Ring. She's been the world champion for a while, right? Is it world or WWE? WWE women's champion for a while. So I think Nia Jax is another person that you could talk about. Bayley, perhaps. I mean, I love Bayley. Bayley's always going to go on any list that I go with. Oh, I don't want to do it, but I think I have to. I'm going to go with Liv Morgan too. I'm taking Liv Morgan. I don't know how there's any way to try to argue against it. I wanted in my heart of hearts to say Bayley just because I love Bayley, but if I'm being honest with myself, if we're all being honest with ourselves, it's Liv Morgan for me anyway. She's just been, she's been can't miss this year for sure.
True,
for sure.
100%, I agree.
So yeah, there's that. Let's see. Match of the year, maybe we should talk about our match of the year. Okay. So I like racked my brain before to try to pick one, and one kept sticking out in my mind. And maybe not the best technical in-ring wrestling match of all time, but when you bring in all the aspects of all the surprises that went on during it, for me, it's the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania. It's Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in the Bloodline Rules match, where Jey Uso comes out there to fight off Jimmy, and then Solo's out there. Then here comes John Cena, and then Seth Rollins comes out to the Shield music, and then The Undertaker comes out and chokeslams The Rock, and just the whole story of like Roman's got the chair, and he can either hit Cody or he can hit Seth. And because he hates Seth Rollins so much, he foregoes Cody and hits Seth with the chair. And that's really what the opening was that led to Cody being able to beat Roman finally. And I just think that it was all really well done. So that's what I'm going with for my match of the year is Roman and Cody. I also, honorable mention, of course, the Hell in a Cell match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk was, one of the bloodiest contests in recent memory. And I think you've got to talk about that one. You talk about match of the year for this year. So. But mine's the main event of WrestleMania Night 2. What about you, Glenn?
I was going to go Seth and CM Punk, actually, with honourable mention to anything that Gunther has done this year.
Hold on, Seth and CM Punk? You mean Drew and CM Punk?
It's Drew and CM Punk, rather, yeah. Seth and CM Punk's coming up at the next WrestleMania. Definitely with honourable mention to anything Gunther has done again this year.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't have bad matches.
Mayor of Canton, who are you choosing?
I'm choosing the same one that Glenn chose in your honourable mention. Drew and CM Punk, the storyline that built up to it. One of the last matches I can remember that actually deserved a Hell in a Cell. Instead of just having throwing a random match in a Hell in a Cell, this had purpose. There was meaning behind it. I watched this match 3 times. The last match that I've watched 3 times probably was Gunther versus Ilya the second time.
Oh, I was going to go Hogan Bundy, but.
Well, I mean, that doesn't count. I've watched that a lot. But no, it was so good. It was so perfect. The buildup had you the whole time. If I want to throw a really random one out there that no one has not even us, but I mean, no one really talks about. It was Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus on Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The match probably went for like 25 minutes. And I wish it was on a pay-per-view and there wasn't commercial breaks, because they just beat the shit out of each other. And it was such a good match. It was back and forth. And it was incredible storytelling in the ring, but there was no stakes behind it, really. And if there was, and there was a build up to it legitimately, like that could have told such a great story that it could have headlined a pay-per-view. And I hope Ludwig has a lot of bright stuff coming up in his future. Kind of jealous of him for his out of the ring accolades, but but that's a whole nother story. So that's my match of the year, and my honorary mention is just one that not too many people talk about or maybe even remember, but it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that match, and I remember it being good. But yeah, like you said, it's hard for people to remember matches like that because, like you said, didn't take place on Raw and didn't really have any stakes. But sometimes those happen. Like sometimes just random matches on Raw can usually be the best matches. I remember one year. Well, I guess this isn't a random match because this was like John Cena's open challenge, and he just had like a string of good matches with everybody on the roster. But yeah. So there we go. I think we're down to what, male wrestler of the year. Glenn gets to go first. Glenn, who you picking? I have a sinking feeling we all might pick the same person.
It's hard because there's been so many mouths involved in one story, and it's hard to say who's done the best job with it. So I'm going to ignore both versions of the bloodline for now. And I'm just going to throw Gunther out there as my man of the year.
Yeah, I mean, he's mine too. I'm sure, Mayor.
Clean sweep. Yeah, everything the man does.
Yeah,
it's professional wrestling. It makes you be proud to watch professional wrestling. Like, this guy gets it. He would work in any era, any match, any promo. Everything he does is legitimate and makes you believe. There's not much more to it than that. It's a simple formula. Believability is what professional wrestling is all about.
You think he's a humongous man.
Yeah.
And does a drop kick, a missile drop kick, like a cruiserweight.
What he says and what he does in the ring, you believe. And
exactly.
And that's what it's all about. So Gunther is my male wrestler of the year by far. I'd like to say Cody because he's had the belt since WrestleMania, but he's nowhere near Gunther for me.
No, not match quality wise.
I know a lot of people doesn't do it for me like Gunther does when it comes to being a professional wrestler. Sorry, he just doesn't. And I knew that you guys were probably going to pick him too, and I tried to pick somebody else. I really did. I tried to think of somebody else, but I was like, I can't. That's who I have to pick. I just have to. I mean, the only other person I thought of was maybe Trick Williams because he's just done a lot in NXT, and that's another person that we could talk about for women's wrestler of the year that I didn't say is Roxanne Perez, because she's another person where if you told me she was going to be a really good heel, I wouldn't have believed it, but she's been great as a heel. So she's definitely another person that you could bring up as woman wrestler of the year. But I just don't see how it's anybody else but Gunther. I'm sure a lot of people will say Cody because they love Cody, but we're a Gunther podcast. Apparently.
If I had to give a number two, it would have actually been Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
I thought Drew's had a hell of a year. He's reinvented himself. He's almost like Deadpool, where he's the anti-hero, where you shouldn't like him, but you love everything he does because what he says is the truth.
And everything half the shit he says is hilarious.
Yeah, it's Deadpool. He's legitimately Deadpool, except he's giant Scottish and a wife beater, Deadpool.
In a wife beater, not.
And he did carry a sword like Deadpool, but
that's true. You're right.
Yep.
He
I'm glad they got rid of the sword though, because that was kind of hokey.
It was a bit, especially when he started cutting ropes and things.
Yeah,
that seems like it was somebody else's idea.
That had to be a Vince thing, but
somebody who fucking liked hokey. Is there anything else from the year that we could give out? I would say like pay-per-view of the year, but I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't even rack my brain to tell you what matches took place on all the shows.
It would have to be WrestleMania or Hell in a Cell. Those are probably the only two choices.
Yeah, and Hell in a Cell wasn't at a Hell in a Cell. I don't remember what the pay-per-view was called. Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the only two really good pay-per-views that stick out to me.
They've just been knocking it out of the park all year with their pay-per-views. There's not been one bad one.
Yeah, I mean, the one that I can tell you was the least like I was a little bit underwhelmed when I watched it was SummerSlam. And that's not because it was bad. It was just that I thought it was going to be better than it was. And that's probably my own setting up my expectations higher than they needed to be. You know what I mean?
And I was there. I was there watching it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were. I was going to say that was last year, but it was both years.
I went to both SummerSlams. I might go this year, too. I don't know. I think it's in Indianapolis.
It is.
Maybe. I know wrestling.
If it's in Indianapolis, I might go. I don't know.
No, Royal Rumble's in Indianapolis.
Oh,
okay.
Here, let's look it up. Now I want to know. SummerSlam 2025.
If it's in Canada, I'm not going because I can't go.
You want to go to New Jersey? It's also 2 nights.
SummerSlam's 2 nights?
2 nights, yeah. August 2nd and 3rd.
I don't like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that. As a guy who barely
need to make every show 2 days, do we?
WrestleMania should be it. Although I could do a back-to-back Royal Rumble where a men's Rumble's on a Saturday or one Rumble on a Sunday, one Rumble on a Saturday.
I love the Royal Rumble so much that if you try to sell it to me as a 2-day thing, I'd be like, yeah.
I'm okay. You do that, I'm good with it.
It's actually good because you could put 2. That way you'd have your main events of each show set.
I'll go ahead and say this: kick it off with an NXT Royal Rumble.
Well, maybe 3 Rumbles in a weekend might be too much. That might be, but I'm happy with all of our selection.
And if you realise the 3 guys that sit here and take the piss out of some of the worst wrestling matches of all time, we've all gone with decent matches and top wrestlers.
Well,
which actually says more about 2024 than it does us, I think.
Well, then, tag team of the year for me is R-Truth and The Miz, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Wrestler of the year, R-Truth. Match of the year, anything with R-Truth. R-Truth across the board.
R-Truth and Little Jimmy tag team of the year.
I didn't think they tagged this year. I'd still vote for them. But yeah, another thing that the mayor suggested to me was maybe we watch a fun Christmas match. And I found a fun Christmas match from something that we don't normally watch, and that is total nonstop action wrestling. This is from an episode of Impact from 2007, I believe. They had like a whole Christmas episode. And this is a barbed wire Christmas tree match.
Oh, great.
That we're going to have a look at here.
I feel like I haven't seen this before then.
No, I haven't.
Definitely have never seen it before. So
you're getting for something, yeah.
It's going to be something. So let's turn it on and see what we got here. So I don't even know who's in it, to be honest with you. Abyss is definitely in it because that's Abyss, right?
Yeah, Joseph Parks.
Which he's a relic. What exactly is a relic?
I don't know.
Oh, I get it.
It's killer backwards.
It's killer backwards.
Wait a second. Is that Killer Cross?
No.
I know. But remember when they made him come out in that goofy gladiator gimmick?
Yeah. He looked like a reject member of Demolition. Yeah, he looked like a reject member of Demolition. No, not Killer Kelly.
Killer Kelly.
I'm trying to find Relic TNA, and it fucking showed me Killer Kelly. That's the name I'm looking for. Now I'm getting porn stars. Nope, I'm done looking.
Go ahead, but
how's it gonna give me an ad? I just fucking started. There's the barbed wire Christmas tree.
Oh.
Well, now what's happening? Oh, it's Shark Boy.
In the middle of the match, they have a Shark Boy promo riding.
Well, I think he's in the match, man.
No, he's in the match.
Mountain?
You guys ever seen Finding Nemo?
Yes.
Every time I see a Shark Boy, I think Shark Boy. Ooh-ha! It's Shark Bait, but they say Shark Boy. Ooh-ha!
Did I ever tell you the story about my friend Mike's?
He's very injured.
Huh?
Shark Boy's very injured.
Oh, he is.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say my buddy Mike. Back when we used to burn DVDs and CDs or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He had a DVD that said Finding Nemo on it, but it was actually a video called Throat Gaggers.
Oh shit.
God!
And his dad went to play it to go play Finding Nemo, and he goes, Michael, I'm just doing an impression because I wasn't there for it. And rest in peace to Charlie. But anyway, he goes, Michael, what is this Throat Gaggers over here? What is you watching on this Throat Gaggers? His dad is from Boston, so he had a terrible Boston accent.
Really? Okay, so Black Rain here is clearly
Black Rain. Look at the slate of this.
What's he got in this? What is that?
What you got in that bag?
Yo, what you got in that bag?
Is that gold dust? He kind of walks.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. That's,
is that gold dust?
Yeah.
It's got to be dusting, isn't it?
He moves just like him.
It's got to be dusting, Runnels.
Is there a fucking animal in there? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know what's going on at all.
Here comes Abyss, the only one of these characters that makes any sense.
So we have a man dressed as a shark, a man dressed in a hood as Rain, Black
And
Rain,
Relic,
and I tried my best to find information on Relic, but all I got was Killer Kelly, and the second thing I got was a porn star, and I said, "That's it, I'm done. I'm not searching anymore."
Did the porn star in Throat Gaggers?
He probably was in Throat Gaggers,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going to research it. I did all the porn research I'm ever going to do when we did it for Major Guns. I'm not doing it anymore. Not doing it. So apparently this is a 4-way, I guess. I don't know how you win. Apparently by pinfall. I don't think you can just grab the. Well, he's eliminated. If it's over the top rope situation, Black Rain's gone.
He's spitting blood. Who is this guy? I don't recognize him.
He's Relic.
Yeah.
They're fighting in the 5-sided ring. The 6-sided.
He's pulling a katana?
That's what it looked like. It looks like he's
Yeah,
going to start
she's
cutting
the sword?
motherfuckers. Oh, no, he's got a golf club.
He's got a golf club.
Holy shit.
Why does he have a golf club? Nothing screams golfer about that man.
No, he's never been golfing. You can't go golfing like that. They'll throw you off the
Why
course.
is the tree moving?
Oh, he's swinging. It's swinging around.
What in the fuck is happening?
This is bad. This is real bad. Russo wasn't here to blame for this yet, was he?
I don't know. I have no idea who was booking this shit. You got me on that one.
It's a tree on a wire, bro.
Bro, it's a barbed wire tree on a wire, bro. We'll hang her from barbed wire. Get it? It's a barbed wire tree hanging from barbed wire. I don't know. This sounds like Russo.
That's the.
It does.
What year was this? 2007?
Yeah. Ooh, Abyss smashes poor Black Rain in the corner. Oh, do you think his entrance song was a remix of the song Purple Rain?
Right.
Black Rain, Black Rain.
That's a pretty good super kick there by Relic. Uh-oh. That was going to be a spine buster. Oh, wait. Oh, they did the fucking heart attack. Uh-oh.
We got a heart foundation here?
I guess. Somebody used the Christmas tree already. Goddamn, y'all showed me a barbed wire Christmas tree in Act 1. Somebody's got to get hit with this fucking barbed wire Christmas tree in Act 3. What are we doing?
No.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's a club.
The end of 2006, Vince Russo became head writer of TNA.
Okay,
It's all coming together.
Oh, James Mitchell just the other
here. Whatever he just pulled out of him, I've only seen the orcs in fucking Lord of the Rings carrying those things. They don't belong in wrestling matches.
Oh.
No, he's biting him.
He's having a bit of
Relic and Black Rain working together.
He's having a bit of sushi there.
There we go. What a bump. Oh,
he didn't even stick to it.
Of course he don't. He moves around too much.
Oh, he stopped.
How did he? Wait, how did he grab a hold of the barbed wire tree and not stick to his hands? Like that was
That's not to ask questions. That's not to ask questions, or we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
Abyss is gone and out wide, but we don't need any decent characters in this match. Just a bunch of weirdos.
I'm still trying to figure out who Killer is or Relic.
Apparently, it's a porn star. He's in deep throaters, whatever you called it.
Throat gaggers.
Throat gaggers, yeah. Oh, Feed fucking has been beached.
He reminds me of Perry Saturn a little bit.
I can see that. He's a little more jacked than Perry Saturn, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some dissension amongst the ranks here.
You know who's not jacked there is Gold Dust. Man, he was.
Yeah, he's
He's let himself
a little
go.
bit on the tubby side there, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he's got another present. What's in here? Oh, it's a barbed wire baseball bat. It's Barbie.
Go.
Somebody's in trouble. Oh, good thing you're wearing that fucking suit. Oh, he ain't wearing shit. He's fucked. He's relicked. If you know what I mean.
He really
Didn't he name the bat too? Was it Janice?
No, that was Perry Saturn with a mop. It was mopping.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
What do we got now? We got this got to be thumbtacks, right? I hope it's Legos. No,
that's thumbtacks.
I was gonna say Christmas bulbs for the season.
Oh,
that would have been good too. Yeah,
because Christmas bulbs would break and cut the heck out of you.
That's right. Now what's he doing? Oh no, he's got another. What is that? Oh, it's a hockey stick.
I thought he had a broom.
Well,
what does any of this stuff have to do with Christmas? Make it Christmas.
Oh, it's another bag of stuff.
Well, maybe Abyss really wanted a hockey stick for Christmas. I don't know. What's this? Is that?
Oh, there's glass.
Oh,
well, fuck.
That actually looks like legitimate glass, not like working glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's fuck Shark Boy doing? This is not going to end well. Okay, I thought he was going to just land in it. Like
I think Dustin just was fat and sloppy there.
He's probably had some. He's probably had. It says how now they're going to swing the. They're going to swing the tree. Oh, right into the Relic moves and. Oh, James Mitchell can't believe it. That was something. Oh, he gets choke slammed, not on the glass or the thumbtacks.
2,
so nobody.
3.
Darn it! How is Abyss ever going to win the Christmas barbed wire tree championship match? It's the Undertaker. The Undertaker's here.
It's Sting.
Who the fuck is this?
Who the hell is this?
He's got a fucking giant ass. I can tell you that much. Oh,
no.
Abyss goes face first into the not Gangrel spitting.
Why does he have Razor Ramon's trunks on, but he's just fat and shorter?
Yeah.
He looks like sad Razor Ramon.
All right, that's that all over with.
Relic is the winner. Some guy spitting up blood came in here when the lights went out, and now I don't fucking know. I don't.
Who is that guy?
Who's that guy?
It looks like Chuck Padumbo. Rest in peace, Chuck. I think you're dead. I'm not sure.
Is he dead?
If not, I'm sorry, Chuck. I'm not trying to speed it along.
No, I gotta know. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight if I don't know if Chuck Palumbo's alive. He's alive.
Chuck Padumbo.
He's
Chuck Padumbo.
53 years old. He's still living. He's out there.
All right.
What about Johnny Stromboli? He's still alive too. Okay, thank God. I'm sorry with the next search. I didn't know if he was still alive. I know this is going to be a little shorter bit of a show, but this is all we got for you this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Glenn, who do you want to plug before we get out of here?
Before we do any plugging, I think we need to. I know people won't hear this till after the festivities, but wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's right.
Anyway, I'm booking the territory with Dan and Rob doing the first and last of wrestling and their side projects, Unstacking the Mandatory, the road to Wembley in 1981 for Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks, and the most watched wrestling match of all time, 18 million viewers. Also, Unbooking the Tankatory, the Life and Times of Tank Abbott, and Being the Elite Gator Golf, where they're doing all sorts. They're just wrapping up, I think, series 3 of that. And of course, Larry's got his mouth full.
Doctor Who podcast, but Daddy inside. I'm sorry, I was eating a Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, those are good.
And DDT Wrestling with DC and Doc.
American.
Oh, who would I like to plug? Oh man, my good buddy, Mr. Thomas Bryce, with the most badass chops on the planet. You can catch him at Thomas Bryce 2020 or Thomas Bryce 2017. Type in whichever one of those you'd like, and you'll find him somewhere. Website, you want to go to sportswireradio.org. That's SPORTZ as in Zulu, as in Zoo, as in Zeus from WWF. No Holds Barred, all of that good stuff. And like Glenn said, I'd just like to say Merry Christmas, holidays, whatever you celebrate out there that makes you feel good on December 25th.
That's right.
I completely just want to say enjoy yourselves. Take some time with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, with whoever. It makes you feel good. Take that time.
Be safe.
You never know when you're not going to get it. So,
as I always say, do not do anything that I wouldn't do. So,
and before I go, I'm just going to give a fair warning. I'm assuming you're talking about Xavier here, but if he has to run to the bathroom on Christmas Day, those Taco Bell chicken nuggets got him. Don't make him feel bad because they will give you exploding diarrhea. I'm just giving it out there, Xavier.
I might have to text him and tell him not to get him. You know what? I think he's spending that day with his girlfriend, so he can have diarrhea at their house.
All right.
I always tell him the only good thing about Taco Bell is the diarrhea is free. So make sure you check out Taco Bell. It's the newest sponsor of AWIPOD. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'd plug the shows for this week, but we don't have anything new this week. Go and check the old shows. Me and Glenn will be back next week with more Sid, and we will be reviewing the 1995 Starrcade, the World Cup of Wrestling, Glenn. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. Did you know that 1995 Starrcade was the World Cup of Wrestling?
No, I didn't.
Well, there you go, Glenn. You learned something today. So
yeah.
But yeah, so give us
is Noam Dar in it?
What'd you say?
Is Noam Dar in it?
No. Noam Dar was probably fucking 2 years old.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very young at that time.
But yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube if you don't already. And that's it. I don't got nothing else to say. Like Glenn said, everybody out there have a safe and a happy Merry Christmas. And I'll talk to you again before New Year's, so we'll talk about that then. But that's it. Have a good Christmas. Enjoy your time with your loved ones. Or just enjoy some time at home, not having to deal with anyone, because that's what I like to do. That's my idea of a great holiday, not talking to a soul. But anyway, that's just me. That is it. That's all. The only thing left to do is for Glenn to say goodbye.
Goodbye.